Hey you guys, welcome back to Love for Plants. Today I want to show you some sad looking plants. Show you that I'm normal once again. I gotta throw that out there every great once in a while that I'm normal, and sometimes I get close to killing my plants or I sunburn them very, very bad. But anyway, I wanted to show these to you because it's very important. A lot of people think that if they burn their plant, that it's pretty much junk and it's time to throw it away. I made a mistake the other day, and yes, for you guys that have watched my transitioning plants outside video, I totally didn't think of any of my steps, and it shows. So I set these plants out in the morning. There was total overcast. I didn't think anything of it. I got busy. Totally forgot to bring them in the house. Big no-no, as they were sitting in direct sun. Overcast went away, sun came, and see if you can see all the dark spots on my leaves. That's all sunburn. I burned him. Not only does he look terrible, but he's dropping leaves that I burnt. So I'm pretty sure all the ones that are burnt on this plant right here, the baby rubber tree, he's probably still going to lose those. These are just some that he's dropped today. And I cleaned him out the other day. Now, this one over here, you guys, he looks terrible. I cleaned out all the leaves that were laying on the dirt. I took off most of the bad. There's still a couple burnt leaves on here that will probably fall off as well. But I thought it was important to do this video because these plants are still going to live. I will take a picture of these, and then later this fall, I'll show you how they're looking because they're going to look amazing. So how I know this is my dog last year ran this plant over outside and broke my stems. And you can tell right here, it was broke here, and then it shot out 2 new stems. That happened in a couple of other spots. So it's going to fill this plant out if I give it a trim. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to trim this plant up now that I ruined it for the moment. I'm going to trim it up, get it to where I want it. That way when it starts getting its leaves back, this plant becomes an even bigger, bushier plant. So he's pretty bushy right now, but I'm going to cut these more, and then every time I make a cut, it's going to get 2 new stems. So I am going to cut right here. Hopefully you guys can see this. And then where I cut here, where I cut right here, we'll get 2 new stems. And then it'll fill out more. It'll get bushier. The plant will get bushier. Right here is a big long one, and I lost leaves in the middle. Probably going to lose this leaf as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut that one right here. And then I'll have a nice size one to propagate as well. So we'll cut it there. And this one in the middle kind of looks weird, so I'm going to cut it down inside the pot somewhere. And then all of those cuts, like I said, going to get 2 new shoots. So, made it smaller. Like I said, the burnt leaves are still going to fall off. More than likely, it's going to happen. If you want to fill this plant out more in the pot, you can take these cuttings that you just got and stick them right into the dirt. And then just water like you normally would this plant. It will fill out. If you don't want your plant any bigger than this, then take your cuttings. You can either propagate them by putting them directly into a pot of soil. You can put these down in water and let them root. However it works for you, go ahead and do that. One of those 2 options, propagate for a new plant, stick it in here for the new one, or to make this one fuller. This thing is going to look beautiful, so take a look at it again, because this fall, when I show you this baby rubber, you are going to be like, oh my gosh, and you're going to want to go cut your plant, okay? So that one is going to look beautiful. This one, this sad little thing, I'm going to do the same thing that I just did to the baby rubber. I'm going to cut it and let it branch new. This one back here is already cracked, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut that off now. But you can see the new leaves coming in. So these new leaves, if they're not burnt, they're going to come back in on your whole plant. So just because your plant looks like this, don't panic. it will come back. You just have to give it time. Even if I lose all these leaves, there are new buds coming in. You can see them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut through here so that I get the double branches and get this fuller. Like when my leaves are on, it looks good, but I still have this hole in the middle. So I'm going to cut in the middle branches so that that fills out. I'm going to cut some of these too. Probably about right there. Take that one up there. And it's as simple as that, you guys. Just literally cutting and trimming. These things grow like crazy. So if you do happen to be like me and you forget, your plant will come back. I'm going to cut a couple more off of him. And then because he's so bare in the inside, I'm taking these. Let me show you this first. If they do have the brown tips, you can go ahead and cut those off. You're just going to get 2 different shoots at a time. You'll get a shoot on the one at the plant. You'll get 2 shoots there. Then you'll get 2 new ones when this roots. So what I'm doing, just stick it back down in the dirt. And I try to make sure I get at least 1 node in there, 2 if I can. That's where the roots are going to come out. So make sure those are under soil, however deep you want it. Or if you're doing water propagation, make sure those are in the water. But I'm just going to pop those in. Cut that top off because he's burnt. Put some of these new ones in. And this is really how you can propagate and fill out almost all your plants. Just take cuttings from them and stick them back down in the dirt. It's as simple as that. And then take care of it like you would if you did not know there was a new propagation in your soil. Don't overwater it just because it's new. And last one. Okay. Now I'm going to have a lot of new growth in there. So take a look at that thing, because I have next to no leaves on it. That one's burnt. I'll lose him. And now that you have a good look at it, we'll see what it looks like come fall. I hope that helps you guys. Don't go throwing all your plants away just because you burnt them or just because, you know, they're droopy and underwatered or overwatered. Most things can be reversed and your plant's going to come back and it's going to look beautiful. So take it from me. They will come back. But also take it from me about transitioning your plants outside. Don't be like me and sit this thing out on a table in full sun when it's not ready. That was just crazy and I should have known better. But I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, thanks for watching.